Hi, amazing beings. Hello. Welcome to the Dr. Sarah Free and Clear Fridays. It's actually Free and Clear Fridays with Dr. Sarah, but who's keeping track, right? Well, welcome here in this moment and in the future. And I'm so excited to be with you all today. And as I like to start out every live is to be in the awareness and possibilities of, what else is possible today that we can connect on, that we can clear on, and definitely create on. So I wonder, what will we discover today? It's Friday. We're going into the weekend. We have a holiday on Monday. And we may have some expectations of what that could look like. Well, I wonder, since this week's topic is expectations, if we actually get clear on what expectations are, how they may actually not be contributing to us, but if we can get really clear on where they're limiting us, we may be able to open up another possibility to create more. So yes, the topic of the week is expectations. In this reality, we're taught to have expectations. We're really looking to expect things to happen a certain way, and we've been taught that in a way to really make sure things happen or get things done or put something out there, and in a way, if we do it in a linear way, it's going to get heavy for us. So we're going to clear on that right now. So everywhere you've been doing expectations, we hear the great expectations that have been actually not allowing you to create what it is you desire. Let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Or just pon poc, or deep breath in, release all the heavy on the exhale. And I will once again leave the clearing statement link to my website so you can read more about the clearing statement if you're not sure what that is. But basically, we are looking to get clear of any limitations. So, expectations. Usually expectations have something attached to them. So let me say, like even doing a live, I expect, if I do expectations with this live, I may attach a lot to it. Like I expect to have a certain amount of people show up, or I expect it to go a certain way with ease, or I expect something with it. But what that does is when we do expectation, now I have to gauge it based on what I think it should be. So if I have this expectation of I need to have this many people and it doesn't match it, it leaves me really kind of in a heavy space or in a limitation to even create greater or even have more show up or less, or what if it doesn't matter either way. But our expectations can get in the way. So what expectations have you been doing lately? What are you attaching to an outcome? And what are you aware of in this moment? What is that for you? So everywhere you have an expectation going on in your world, let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow. So, if you were to allow yourself to just be in the question of what would I like to create and what would it take to choose that or create that, now we're starting to shift it. A question will open it up to other possibilities. And by clearing the expectations around what it is that you desire to create, will allow you to receive it possibly in a way that hasn't been available before. So if you get rid of how it shows up, like if I no longer have an expectation of whatever it is that I'm desiring to create, but I'm open to receiving in however it comes in, it may blow you away in a way that you never knew was possible, that something shows up because you didn't have something blocking it as an expectation. So, everything that is, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So this topic is very curious because a lot of times if we look at something that's probably weighing you down, something that's not working for you, there may be even a hidden expectation in place, maybe based on the past or even the future or based on someone else's point of view. So let's say, what would be a good example of this? So, wow, I don't have any expectations to use. No. Well, what if it is like I have to do, make sure I flow every time in the live, and all of a sudden I have an expectation of that, or it needs to look a certain way because it was like that from last week. If I tried to duplicate what I did last week, I would be attaching an expectation to this week. So we tend to add on expectation after expectation after expectation, which is part of where we end up getting in that heaviness. Because we then use other things to compare and contrast. Or we could use it with people. Like if someone, let's say I had someone that did a video and it went viral, and I had an expectation that mine was supposed to too and mine didn't. Now I'm stuck in the expectation that it didn't go that way. Rather than, okay, pon poc, everywhere I had an expectation on this. And what else is possible? What would it take to create that? Anything won't allow that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys, beyonds. So what I'm doing right now is an example of how you can be with this outside of even this 20-minute live. That you can be in the question, that you can be in the curiosity. And when we clear expectations, it allows us to be open to receiving in ways and in addition to things that are already said and done or have yet to be discovered. And when we allow everything to be, it's curious how things will show up. It allows the universe to contribute to us more. It allows for us to have more awareness on it as well. So it just doesn't have that linear, heavy, I have to get somewhere with something based on something. So does that make sense? And everywhere it doesn't make any sense, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Hi everyone who's just joining, and in the future, I see Brazil. Hey Brazil, from Brazil. But anyway, so what are you noticing now? What expectations have been blocking you? What's an expectation that you didn't even know was an expectation, that was an expectation? And what would it take for that to lighten now and to create something different with it? So let's destroy and uncreate everywhere you didn't even know an expectation was blocking you. And you may still not know what it is, and that's okay. What if it doesn't matter? Because basically what we're doing here is clearing the energy of anything that could be limiting you. And not only are we clearing the energy, we're creating a space for more energy to be present for you to be the being that you can choose to be. Now, with that being said, what would it be like to clear the expectation of who you think you are supposed to be? Do you base it on what this reality would like you to be? Is it based on a point of view that you have of you that you're supposed to be? Well, what if you could be anything, whatever you choose to be or allow yourself to be? And what if you didn't have to carry around the expectation of what you're supposed to be based on society, based on maybe even family, parents, siblings, friends? A lot of times we are trying to fit in to other people's expectations of us. Okay, so that's a doozy. Whew. I can feel the energy in this moment on it. So everywhere you've been trying to fit in to match other people's expectations of you, will you now destroy and uncreate all that now, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys, beyonds. And you know what's fascinating about expectations? And we're going to circle back to this piece right here in relationship. But this idea, anytime we conclude something, we are setting ourselves up for an expectation, or there's one attached. Because the moment you say something concrete, you're now in a limitation of an expectation, really. So if I say, I'm just so tired, now I have an expectation of being tired that's now attached to whatever I just said. Okay? So everywhere you're adding in a conclusion to an expectation and conclusion, they kind of go hand in hand. Let's destroy and create all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Now, circling back around to expectations of others. If you didn't have to live up or live down to those, what would that be like for you? What if you could show up and be you and see how people respond to you? And just be curious. What if you don't have to take a side on anything and you show up to everything and then just choose what's the lightest for you? And you don't have to stick with the same choice every time. You could choose something different every time. You know, if we functioned that way in general, in this reality, oh my goodness, this world would be a different place, wouldn't it? So, everywhere that you've been using expectations to try to get somewhere, but only keeps you limited because now you have to live up or live down to it according to you or someone else. Let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Now, when you get that out of the way, you can show up and be you. Just show up and be you. Anything that will allow you to show up and be you, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And hi everyone that's just showing up now and in the future. I always like to add that piece because I don't have an expectation. I just like to acknowledge all of it. So when you're being expectation free, wow, you're free to be. Free to be whatever you choose in the moment, no matter what's going on around you. If you're free of your own mind, which we're looking to destroy and uncreate all the time, the mind's a terrible place. You know this, I say it all the time. Mind's a terrible thing or place. Let's clear it and destroy it. So anything that will allow you to be expectation free and free to be you, destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what are you noticing? What I'm noticing as we're clearing this, and I'm just really tuning in here, it allows us to be in a space of the moment, a conscious space of being in the moment. And when we're being in the moment, we then have choice, possibilities, contribution, and we have questions to be in to then navigate our way of whatever we choose. So we're not basing it on the past or the future. We're just basing it on here and now. So when we clear the expectations, there's just so much more space. And it may just be an ease. You just show up and just be it. Or it may be a time to take action. But it allows you to have room to decide what it is that you would like to choose. So everything that will allow you to just be in the moment of the choice and possibilities based on being clear of all the expectations. Let's destroy and create it all now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Again, hi everyone, thank you so much for joining. I'm so grateful you're here. Now, is there something currently going on? I know we started talking about that a little earlier. I say we because you're on this with me. Something during the week Is it related to work, related to play, related to maybe a friend, a family member, related to money, anything we're in relationship to self. So all the expectations that are heavy there for you around that, let's now destroy and create it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So if you didn't have expectations and anything is possible, what would you choose? If anything is possible, what would you choose? Have you even ever asked yourself that question? So it may not be something you get an answer on right away. It may be something that all of a sudden comes to you later because we cleared now the expectations that were in the way of it. It's curious. I know sometimes when I'm clear and clearing on a specific area that's has been heavy, or just showing up to everyone here, you amazing beings, and getting this heavy whatever topic we're clearing on out of the way in a new way, more comes in. It makes no freaking sense, and that's how it works. When you least expect it. And at least expect it, there's those expectations, it allows more things to come in with ease in a way we did not know was possible. And I can't tell you how many times that's happened in my world all the time, because I'm willing to choose it. That's the other thing. I'm willing to choose to clear, choose to be in the question, choose to live consciously. So everywhere your mind, your thought, feelings, and emotions have blocked you from choosing to live in the conscious space of being, will you destroy and uncreate all that now, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow, I love you too. It's so sweet. I love the comments that you guys leave. It's really very nice. So, wow. What would it be like to now just be able to be in that space of ease as well? You notice as we keep clearing it, it gets a little more clear. As we clear, then more comes in. And then as we keep following the energy, it keeps exponentializing. So anything that will allow you to be free and clear this weekend and beyond of your expectations, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And I know there's only a couple minutes left, but this is bringing up another point. Another thing is coming through as I'm sensing this for us. Now, we know we have a holiday on Monday. Now, a lot of things, expectations of what that's supposed to look like. It's Memorial Day, so it's like, some people are celebrating the literal meaning of it. Some people are celebrating just the day off. There's different ways we celebrate, right? So what if it's like, if you could clear the expectations of what that looks like, would it be lighter? Would it have more ease? And a lot of times we load things up on special events like holidays, even birthdays, or things in this linearity that we're supposed to be a certain way during a certain day. So what would it be like to be expectation free, free to be you day of every day for the rest of your life and living and beyond? Why not go for the big ask, right? Anything that will allow that, destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So we're really not getting rid of anything that's light for us. We're just opening up for more lightness to come in, more possibilities than ever before when we get our expectations out of the way. Here's another thing you can do. If you find that your mind is really loaded with those types of thoughts, of expectations, and feelings and emotions, you could write them down and go down the list and clear them all. Everything this is pon poc, everything that is pon poc. Deep breath in, release out, all heavy on the exhale, whatever you choose. But what would it be like to choose today and going forward, even if it's just for the rest of this day, or even, hey, we'll do an hour. If you can aim to be expectation free, Anything that won't allow that, destroy it and create it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine, shorts, boys and beyonds. All right, amazing beings. I so appreciate you. I adore you. Thank you so much for being you. Thank you for being on here. Thank you for joining me in whatever way you do. And I really wonder what else is possible now, especially when we take problems and turn them into possibilities, as we do. So join me next week here, same time, same place. Free and Clear Fridays with Dr. Sarah, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, obviously on Instagram Live. And I want you to have an amazing week. And just know, truth be told, I always have your back. All right, I'll talk to you again soon, next week. All right, bye for now.